cut this last bit. Okay, so let's welcome everybody, all the supervisors that is joining us tonight. And if you're a newer supervisor, special welcome to you. If this is the first time that you see the Advanced Marketing Plan, I know that you had training last week with Laverne, and a few of you had questions then because we really wanted to give you clarity, around the marketing plan and what your job is as a supervisor. But tonight I'm going to go into more detail again on how you build a royalty, what you need to do as a leader, how the marketing plan works once you are reaching the higher levels. So let me get right into it. And the first thing I want to do here is one of the first things that you want to do, and when you are prospecting or speaking to another person, is you want to find out what it is that they're looking for. But obviously, most people start and they come from a customer base. Maybe they've had a great result. Only like lately, I think very few people come for the business, where when we started, we were basically pitching the business. So, and I like the way that we are working nowadays, where we really lead with the product. But we also have, I think, become too shy to really show the marketing plan and really show what the business potential is of this amazing business. So I think one of the things is really being able to choose when you want to work, with whom you want to work, making a positive difference for people, giving that opportunity to have an extra income for those that need an additional income, looking better and feeling better, and spending more time with family and friends, which was really my reason. I was not looking for the business. I was actually in a successful business. My biggest, at that stage, 27 years ago, I was running my own hair salon. I had a top salon in the area. I had 5 stylists. I was earning between 25 and 30,000 Rand a month. I didn't have time. So for me, I was not looking for money. I was looking for time. So this is why it's so important when you are sitting in front of somebody that you do the forming technique, that you do find out what is the goals that they're looking for. And the second thing, as we grow into the business, is to find your passion, your why you want to do the business, and to link purpose to paycheck. Because as you want to grow into the higher levels of this marketing plan, it is difficult at times. Is tasting terrible, or whatever's happening, or your distributor quits on you, you need to be clear about your own goals. And the second thing is you need to be, if you want to grow a royalty, if you want to grow an organization, you must be willing to sacrifice and give it time and effort. It's not just going to happen. It's like any business or any job. You need to give it enough time and quality time and what we call income producing activity for it to actually bring you the income that you want. And the biggest thing is to be consistent. So as I'm explaining the marketing plan again, I want you to, after this call, even go and tap into, and I know we've been talking goal set with you like this whole last couple of weeks, but you have to be clear, because clarity in what you need to do is a very important thing. But then obviously your bigger vision, your 4, 5, 6 months, 5 years down the line, what it is that you want. And obviously for me, one of the biggest things was I wanted to will the business to my kids. So when you're looking at the marketing plan and the opportunity that we have in the network marketing industry, Herbalife is the top payer. So 73% or 73 rands in the 100 Rand gets paid back to the distributors. And why Herbalife can do that is because we are doing the marketing. We are their distribution network. So where does the 73% comes from? It comes from the maximum profit is 50%. Then there's wholesale that you can earn from your organization, anything from 8 to 25, also now 35% with your PCs. We have royalty paid on retail turnover, and all the other companies, you know, you have your column that says earn based. That is the retail value of the product before taxes, etc. So other companies pay their royalties on the discounted value. So let's say a shake is at 50%, 200 Rand. They get paid their royalties on the 200 Rand. In our case, we get paid on the retail value, the base price, I think, is almost 300 Rand that we get paid our royalties on. So this is why Herbalife pays so much better than any other network marketing company out there. Not that we need to compare ourselves, but it's a nice fact to know. And then it's important to understand royalty roll-up, that you can earn 6-7 lines into your organization. And I'm going to explain that. Then we have bonus percent, and then we also have a 1% profit share. The top of the company, that's president's team, that's got president's team organization, goes into the profit share of the company. And then we have vacations and gifts and events and cash rewards. And for me, the biggest thing that attracted me was the fact that the business is willable to my kids, and that one day when I'm not here anymore, they're going to be inheriting this business and can either continue it, or I know there's a plan where they need to amount of volume and they'll get the income. I don't think I know of anything that's more secure than that. Okay, so as we are going up in the marketing plan, it's important to understand that once you're a supervisor, your task from a supervisor is to build World Team, but World Team is really the next level so that you can build a supervisor organization. And then we're going to active World Team, which is not a level in the company, it's a promotion, but it's a promotion that was put in place to get people focused on building the royalty, because a lot of people got stuck at normal, just World Team and not building a supervisor organization. So they were never able to access, you know, that royalty bonuses side of the business because their vision wasn't there. So a lot of people getting stuck at the World Team level. And this is why we started also to have a World Team group, and really a focus to get you guys just an understanding and helping you to get that royalty moving, and that you can start building that royalty income. So a very important thing to understand, all of you know what is, we now have also PC volumes. We have DLV, which is your downline volume. We have PPV, that's buying volume you're buying yourself. But you know that often you have a supervisor that is going into a supervisor level through the month. Maybe they qualifying on the 7th or the 10th of the month, and then they already are able to buy the volume at 50%. And now the rest for that month, when they are buying their volumes from the warehouse, they lie in a different little column in your when you go onto your My Herbalife and look at your volumes, it lies in a group volume. And group volume, you immediately start earning a 5% royalty on. So group volume and organizational volume is volume that is done from your supervisors, will also count together. So group volume counts towards personal volume and organizational volume. Do you guys get me? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes, Pieter, jy verstaan, maar ek dink niemand anders nie. Okay, so why this is important to understand is, do you understand it, Penny?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so what can happen is you could be working towards an active World Team where you need 10,000 in your team. But in that month, you have somebody that's going supervisor for early in the month, and you might be sitting on 9,500 that's lying under your soups. But this person that's lying QP, qualifying QS, qualifying supervisor in your team, that person's volume is going to count towards your org volume as well. So do you guys understand? Okay. Brilliant. We will ask the question at the end to make sure that everybody does. This is a very powerful thing that you will have to use as you grow into the marketing plan. So if you're not sure, please ask. Okay, so as we're building towards supervisor, we want to make retail profit. We want to make lots of wholesale commission, and then we want to start earning a royalty override. And understanding and the qualification, you all know how to get there. It's 4,000 in anything from 1 to 12 months. And that is a rolling promotion. So it doesn't matter when you start qualifying. It doesn't matter when you signed up, that it's immediately from that month. You might do 2 months of 0 and then start doing volumes. And in this case, 2,000, if you're doing it over 12 months, needs to be from you, and the balance can come from your team. You can always do more, but you cannot use more from your downline. And as you, they've now changed the requalification. Once you're a supervisor, in the next year to remain a supervisor, you only need to do 2,000 points. They've made it so easy to say that you can eat your way there. And as a supervisor, you are eligible to earn 35% on your PCs, 25% on your distributors, senior consultants, you earn 15%, and on your qualified producers, 8% wholesale. Wholesale is very good money. And this is why you never have to do a certain amount of volume to earn wholesale, but your downline members and distributors that's not yet a supervisor is very important to have, because that brings you nice cash, but it also helps you to easily be an active supervisor. And this is why it's so important to consistently bring in new people, because obviously a lot of our people qualify to the supervisor eventually because they eat them themselves there, they start having great results, like we just see now with all these 21-day challenges that are now upgrading to supervisor. And so that is why it's so important for you to keep filling that funnel with new babies. Okay, so wholesale profit, you know, coaching your member to become a supervisor, and then to help them to build a supervisor organization. One of the big things to understand is it's like going to work. If you want to get your salary from your boss, he says you need to be arriving every morning at 8, you can take a lunch hour, and this afternoon at 5, you can go home. What Herbalife says, if you want to earn your supervisor income from your downline supervisor organization, because everybody's got the right to go to 50%. So what the company said is, I'm at 50, you're at 50. Okay, I'm going to pay you a 5% royalty on the turnover of your supervisor organization up to level 3, but you have to do at least 500 volume points. Okay, so for you to be earning anything from 1 to 5%, you get paid in increments of 500 points. And this is why we are hammering this 2.5, because we want you to get paid the full 5% or 100% of what the royalties that's due to you. Okay, so if we look at it here again, in order to qualify for your sales premiums, number 1, you need to do your 10 customer form by the 5th of every month. You just go onto your My Herbalife website, you go onto my office, and you fill your 10 customer form in. That is a turnover of your retail customers that you did in that month, and you submit that, and then Herbalife pays you your money. It's a legal little document that you have to do every month. So that's the only paperwork you have. So if you do 500 points, you're going to get 20% of the check, or 1%. If you do 1,000, so don't stop at 957. Buy one more tea or whatever. Then always track your business on the last day to make sure if you are close to the next level of earning, you just fill it up, buy another tea or whatever is needed for you to earn more money. So when I see somebody sitting on 1,990, I want to go crazy, because why would you leave it there? So you want to track your business and make sure that you can earn the maximum. You did the work, you worked with that team, you want to be able to earn the royalty. Okay, so the big thing that for most of you is your next level is to go active royalty. An active royalty is you need to do a 6-month period of which you will keep your 2.5, and 2 of them will be 5,000. So it's important for you to start building enough new babies, that the 5,000s will come automatically, because you want to be building a supervisor organization that's going to bring you 10,000 volume points. So that could be 4 supervisors that brings 2,500, but often you won't get a new supervisor immediately doing 2.5. They will be coming in and maybe doing 1,000, 1,500. So that's why the company is really focusing on the promotions that new supervisors do 1,000 points and more, and giving us all these great promotions. So this is Susan on the right there. You can see her supervisors are 4. Sam is doing 1.5, Sarah is doing 2.8, Josh is doing 3.6, and Katie is doing 1.3. That gives you a total of 10,200. Susan is very lucky. You normally would need 6 to 8 supervisors to do the 10,000 points. So, but this is just to show you a scenario. So you as the supervisor have to do your months, right at the bottom there, it shows you the personal volume, 2.5, 2,560, 575, 125, and then 25 again. So this is your focus. So you need to understand what it is that you need to do to get to active royalty. And then if you don't have much of a supervisor organization, your focus is to build 4 to 6 new supervisors in your first 3 lines. Doesn't have to be first line. That's going to do 10,000 points in your organization. Can I hear from you guys? Do I have a thumbs up? You understand how to go active royalty? Everybody does? Okay, if I ask you a quick question, Penny, how much supervisor organization volume do you need to be active royalty? You muted? Okay, she's muted. No problem. Gertruida, help for Penny. Hoeveel supervisor volume?
2.5.
Nee, die supervisor volume. Die volume onder jou supervisor.
10. Sorry, 10.
10,000. And in what time frame do you have to do this qualification? Penny,
6 months.
You can answer. 6 months. Okay. And who wants to tell me what must your personal volume be to get to active royalty? Wie gaan hand opsteek? Come. Who's going to help us? Remember? Teresa?
Is it not 2.5?
2.5, but 2 months has got to be 5,000. So it's 6 months, 2.5, of which 2 months must be 1.5 and another 5. It doesn't have to be consecutive. Okay. All right. So everybody knows how to go to active royalty. So that's got to go on the board, guys. Okay. So now I want to explain you what a royalty roll-up means. Okay. So as you know, you can earn a royalty on your first 3 lines. But let me show you this scenario. So here, this is me. And I have a first line that is 2.5. And I have a second line that's doing 2.5. But the third line is only doing 500. But in the fourth line, there's a firecracker here that's doing 10,000. So what will happen is this person is only going to pick up 1% or 20% of the royalty that must be earned. How much is going to roll up to me after this person, from this person? Raina? If I have to make the sum on how much of this volume will count towards me, because roll-ups only go to people that do the full 2.5. Okay, so here is 10,000 points, 80%. So this person takes 20%, 80% of this volume will also roll up to me. That means 8,000 points of this 10,000 points will fall into my royalty line, in my royalty payout. Okay, so this means I can be earning, so like if you're looking at this line, I have this one doing a full volume, 500 and 1,000. I can be earning on 5, 6 levels here because these people are not doing their full volumes. Okay, you have to maybe see this a few times. This is very, very powerful. A lot of organizations or businesses doesn't pay at all. So what happens in this case? So this person's doing 500, this one's doing 1,000, this one's doing 499. What happens? This 5,000, this I earn this and this because this person is doing 499. So they're getting 0, but that 5,000 is also rolling up. And this happens, guys. This happens all the time. When you start having an organization that's 10, 12 lines deep, you can be earning a lot of money from the whole line, which is very, very powerful. So when we just really look at simple numbers, who gets 2 gives you 16 people. 3 who gets 3 gets you 39. And if you just up the number from 5, who gets 5, you have 155 people. So this is why it's so important for us to be teaching our team and really duplicating well, because then you're really building a very powerful organization. So I'm not going to stand still on this one. So here is, if you're looking at how many customers, if you have 155 supervisors with 12 stamp programs, so that's a supervisor with his members and his little customers, and they just, each supervisor are helping 12 customers with the stamp program, you will be doing a President's Team organization volume. So it's not you that's selling all those programs. You get 5 people, who gets 5 people, who gets 5 people, and you can build a President's Team organization. So if we're looking at just from where you are now, okay, and we're looking at, you are here, you just started your business. Now your next option is active supervisor, where you do 2.5 in 3 consecutive months. We would advise you at the stage to have 15 to 50 distributors in your team, and you don't need to really have supervisors yet. You want to build supervisors. Then you want to go to World Team, and it's 2.5, 4 months in a row, or you could do 500 royalty points. But you want to now be starting in this process to go to World Team to build 50 to 100 distributors, members, and you want to start building that supervisor base, because as you're going to World Team, you're actually building to active World Team. Active World Team, you need 100 to 150 members in your team. You need 4 to 10, I would say you need about 6 and above supervisors in your team to be doing active World Team and staying there, continuing in that royalty. Okay, so global expansion team, what do you need to do? You need to do 100 royalty overrides. That means 20,000 volume under your supervisors for 3 consecutive months. You need 250 to 300 members in your team, and you need 15 to 20 supervisors. Now you've become eligible also to be earning an extra 2% production bonus on a monthly basis, which is infinitely deep. For Gate 5 that we just had Denise qualified to this year, you need to do 50,000 supervisor volume in 3 consecutive months. You need 625 to 750 members, and you need 40 to 50 supervisors. You don't get a pay increase there. Your next option is Millionaire Team, where you need 4,000 royalty overrides, 80,000 supervisor volume, and now you need 1,000 to 1,200 members and 70 70 to 80 supervisors in your organization. Middle to 5, 155,000 supervisor volume, 3 consecutive months. So I'm just sharing the numbers with you. Don't let it throw you completely out. You want to go back and understand what is your next level. But really from supervisor, your next level is get team, because that is where you're getting a pay raise. So I would encourage you to get very clear about what global expansion team is. 15 to 20 supervisors is not that many. It's just a focus and giving yourself the time to work to that amount of members. So you can't have 20 members and say you want to go get team. The first thing is you need to build more members so that you from them can build more supervisors, so that from the supervisors that duplication will happen, because they also will have the goal to go. And then for president's team, this is what you need to do. 10,000 royalty overrides, 3 consecutive months, about around 2,000 members, and around 200 supervisors. So it's very, how can I say, almost a simple number. And then you'll be earning in excess of 200,000 Rand. So, you know, it's really getting to understand that bigger picture, but then enjoying the journey as you are building your business. And that's why for me, I wanted to really get you to start in that point of finding why, but get excited about the marketing plan, because you know, anything is possible here, but we all are to different places in our lives. We have different desires, you have different goals. Maybe you want to just have that additional income. Maybe you don't want to be attending all the calls and all the meetings. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything here. But if you do want, you know, that bigger promise, and you do want the lifestyle that goes along with it, you're going to have to be willing to do a certain amount of work to have that consistency to start building in your team. And we have explained to you guys several times now, if you have a supervisor organization, be aware that you have to do either 10,000 points or 4,000 in 1 or 2 months over this year. Don't wait until December next year and then be in a panic. No, now already, it's an average of 800 points. If you are working a business, you will always maintain your team. If you are playing with it, or you're doing it as a little sidekick and you're just eating your way, you're not going to be able to keep your team. Don't, just be clear, and don't be cross with your upline or sideline. It's your business. You have to take responsibility for your requalification. And every year it's on the 31st of January. You will always keep your 50%, because I mean, really 2,000 is eat volume for you to remain there. So I've just touched on that. So the big thing is to know or understand that the Herbalife events is there to, we are a nutrition and events company, and these events build your business. This is how Mark Hughes designed it, that we have now an LDW, people have to do 2,500 over 3 months. You have a few, like say for instance, if you're working for Active World Team and you've got 4 people that's working to qualify for LDW, that can take you to Active World Team, because you've got 4 people working towards their goal, and their goal helps you to get to your goal. So if you are not promoting the Herbalife events, I'm sorry, you're not going to grow in the business. This is Herbalife's driver, because the event itself is motivating and great, etc. But it's the working towards the event that's building your business. So that is, like Alan Lorenz used to call it, that is the Herbalife game. It's like now to go to LDW for the Saturday, Sunday, become a supervisor. So now we have 5 new supervisors that come into the LDW. And what is the next training says? They've got to do 2.5 in the next event. So now they want to qualify for the Friday. But you as the upline then have that benefit that they are growing, but they're going for their own goal. It's not like you're pushing them. They want to make more money. They're helping more customers. But understanding that journey, everything of all the events. And then obviously in the team, you all know our monthly schedule, everything that we're doing to help you. Next week, we're starting with our next 10-day marathon. Very excited that this is another fantastic driver the 21-day challenges. I'm so proud of you all. We doubled the number from yesterday. We're over, I think we just sitting on 69. We were on 35 yesterday morning. So yeah, so well done to you guys for that. And I mean, everybody up their game and really got a whole lot more customers. So this is absolutely brilliant. We have Marie with her fit classes. We have the morning sessions. Thursday, we have Tony Pinero as an opportunity to invite people. But are you guys inviting people? Are you really bringing new people to these meetings? When last did you have somebody new come into a meeting? So all of us, you know, we are doing this forum for you to have people look at the meeting, even if you just get one. So I'm challenging you, get one person to join. This is a very powerful story with Tony on Thursday night. And then we have this business builder promotion. And I want you to, I'm going to send it out again on the groups, but go and get clear. 10,000 points in 3 consecutive months with Now distributors. It's 3,300 points per month. It doesn't have to be exactly that. You can build it up. And 3 new people is 3 a lot. Can you do 3? Yes, you can. And then you can get 5,000 Rand to come with us to the extravaganza. Or go for 15 and get 6.5, or go for 20 if you're a heavy hitter mover, and get 8,000 Rand, which will pay your ticket. I went to look last week, 6,700 Rand out of Cape Town to Barcelona. So start browsing, get excited, start putting your goals out with this. Are you qualifying for the party for the LDW? How many people are you taking with? Because it's not whether you are going, it's how many people are you actually going to have there. And now we are going back to live events. So it's again another change for us, but obviously the live meetings are very, very powerful. And then the company threw out this one. So if you go for the bigger promotions, you'll get everything. You'll get the parties, you'll get the vacation, you'll get everything. So this is all things that the company do to help us to goal set. So you don't have to go for it all. Obviously, you will choose what works for you. I'm working for this vacation, and they make it very hard for us because the goal have to be very high. So they don't make it easier on us. My personal production has to be huge to get it, but I'm going to go for it because I know I'll build my business even if I don't make it. So that is our training tonight. I'm going to stop the share. Het julle ietsie geleer vanaand? Is there anybody that's got a question? Anybody with a question? Don't be shy.
Oops, I see I'm still on unmute, but thank you very much, Elsa. I learned a lot. Thanks.
Did you learn a lot? Okay, it's actually just get clear. You understand? It sounds like so big and so on, but when you really break it down and you get to, I think I can do that. It's not that hard. And you make it visual for yourself. You know, go and put it up on a board and say, okay, my first step is I want to build my supervisor team. By the end of the year, I want to go to Active World Team. I want to go to Spain. And I'm going to go for the first promotion. So even if you are sitting on about 1,000 points now, maybe it needs you a month or 2 to start building up to that bigger volumes. But just use all the all the support that we give you and speak to more people so that you can plug them in and the momentum will come. It's just a matter of making the decision, getting clear about what you want to do and then what you are going for. But at the end of the day, you know, as we are nobody's boss here. You are your own boss. So you decide what it is that you want. And then from there, just, you know, be consistent with doing the work. Teresa, jy gaan saam Spanje toe?
Ja, nee, ek gaan probeer, hoor, definitely.
Okay, so I think, you know, that, how can I say, the travel and that is part of the reward, you know, like you work very hard, you have that experience. And I think the best part is the great, absolute great memories that we are able to get through, you know, all the travel and all the, you know, the journey along the way. So, but I hope you guys got something out of the training tonight. And please, if you are shy to ask here, you don't have to be, we're all family. But if you're not sure about something, go to your sponsor, come to me, come to speak to anybody or one of the leaders if you're not clear about something, because the marketing plan, as you go to the higher levels, it is important to understand. It is important to understand what group volume is, that you can use it for personal and for organizational volume, because that could help you to pick up your bonus. It can get you to qualify to the next level. So there's definitely, you know, smaller things that sometimes you learn in the practice, but it's an amazing plan. So I wish you all amazing week, and thank you for joining us tonight. And I'm going to sign off.
Thank you very much.
Elsa.
Dankie Elsa.
Please.